And New Year's Eve gunfire forces a police helicopter to make an emergency landing on a residential street. We will show you what happened. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I'm Mark Sayer.
I'm Kim Sherwood. You've been hearing these statistics for weeks now. A record 184,000 visitors were expected for the New Year's weekend.
That's right, and from the looks of things, we met or perhaps even exceeded those numbers, but now all of those visitors are headed home by plane, train, and of course, automobile. A live picture now of southbound Interstate 15 from Blue Diamond. As you can see, traffic is bumper to bumper. Many of these same people, no doubt, crammed onto the Strip last night for one of the biggest celebrations ever. Police estimated that between 30 and 40,000 people crammed onto Las Vegas Boulevard. Earl Phelps has the inside story on the rigging in of 1995, Las Vegas style.
Tens of thousands of revelers jammed the Las Vegas Strip for a memorable celebration. People covered the boulevard like a blanket between Flamingo and Spring Mountain.
It was on. It was a really nice party. Yeah, people love it.
Police estimate 30 to 40,000 people brought in the new year on the Strip. Visitors from all around the world joined the crowd to celebrate the coming of 1995 Las Vegas style.
Oh, it was wild. We came all the way from Vancouver, Canada. It was great. It was the best party we've ever been to.
A few revelers even jumped into the water fountain at Caesar's Palace despite the cold weather. Several people were injured during the party. This man hurt his leg while slam dancing. Hundreds of extra officers were on duty, but they made less than 50 arrests with no major problems reported. Although no partying was allowed on the streets downtown, a small group of about 100 managed to gather for a celebration on Fremont Street. Earl Phelps, News 13.
Now, tragically, the first minutes of the new year...
Authorities say New Year's Eve was a relatively quiet night, crime-wise, considering the holiday. Highway patrol officers arrested 15 drunk drivers at locations off the Strip, only a few more than last year. Metro, North Las Vegas, and Henderson police say most problems were routine. County officials say pre-New Year's publicity kept underage revelers off the streets. 24 juveniles were taken to local outposts for curfew violations. They face no charges, just punishment from parents who had to take them home. As Metro breathes a sigh of relief today, so too are cleanup crews. Thousands and thousands of partiers flocked to the Strip to take part in a Las Vegas tradition, making for an especially crowded New Year's Eve. Sandy Grace has a story.
Las Vegas Boulevard was the place to be or not to be New Year's Eve. An estimated 30 to 40,000 revelers swarmed onto the Strip between Treasure Island and Caesar's Palace. The boulevard was closed to traffic for a 1-mile stretch from about 10 o'clock last night to 2:30 this morning. Cleanup crews took to the street to pick up what was left behind.
Mostly the party hats, all the plastics. There'll be bottles, but most of it'll be just the plastics, the drinking containers and stuff like that.
Not much sweeping was needed downtown, where Metro officers practically outnumbered partiers early on in the night. Construction on Fremont Street prevented the outdoor party of New Year's past, much to the dismay of locals.
It's not the same Fremont, that street New Year's, that it has been for years. And I'm really sad about that.
But come midnight, a crowd did gather outside the Golden Nugget. Metro kept the carousers on the sidewalk, at least until midnight, when they flooded the street, catching some motorists by surprise.
So many people celebrate. A lot of people.
So you stuck?
Yeah, very exciting.
It just amazes me, though. They get so excited, about the same day every year.
Wishing you a happy 1995, Sandy Grace, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
An estimated 184,000 tourists spent the weekend here in Las Vegas. That's a New Year's record. And for those looking for a quick getaway out of town after last night's celebrations, forget it. Traffic around Las Vegas today was horrendous, to say the least, but then again, what do you expect when nearly 200,000 folks come into town for the weekend? The worst areas were portions of I-15 and major streets that feed into the freeway. Traffic should be back to normal soon, which means just bad instead of horrendous.
If you were among the hardy partiers last night, you might be feeling a little, let's say, droopy today.
Task of leaving town. Whether by land or air, New Year's revelers face delays on their way back home. News 13's Michael Gieser has the inside story.
The tens of thousands of partiers who jammed the Strip on New Year's Eve were huddled among people once again. Long lines were the norm at McCarran Airport, where tourists tried to get out of town.
Probably one of the difficulties is just the congestion with the ground transportation. Parking is always a challenge, not quite so much on New Year's. Most of those are tourists coming into town.
This holiday weekend brought nearly 400,000 people through the airport, and despite some long lines, it's been mostly smooth sailing for those leaving Las Vegas through the air. The same, however, cannot be said for those leaving by land. Traffic was backed up on I-15 as early as 10:30 this morning. By 1 p.m., it was bumper to bumper. And according to the Nevada Highway Patrol, a 4.5-hour drive from Vegas to L.A. will take 9.5 hours tonight. There were also long lines at the checkout counters at local hotels. But the New Year's partiers didn't seem to mind. In fact, they were already making plans for next year.
I want to come back to Vegas for New Year's Eve for '96.
Las Vegas is where you should be on New Year's.
And the day after, you should be in traffic. Michael Gieser, News 13.
A lot of traffic. Well, there is some good news after the New Year's holiday period. Nevada Highway Patrol says there were no fatalities on southern Nevada highways this weekend. Kathy?
That is good news. And this weekend, police were more prepared than ever to keep the New Year's Eve partying under control. And now that it's all over, just about everybody is breathing a pretty big sigh of relief. News 13's Steve Krupe has the inside story.
No one knows just how many people joined the party on Las Vegas Boulevard. Estimates range from 60 to 200,000 people. And with the biggest crowd in New Year's history, authorities were prepared for the worst, such as the rioting that occurred last year. But the nightmare never materialized.
It was great. It's the best party we've ever been to.
What do you think?
I've never seen anything like it. This is exciting. It's great.
Police made fewer than 50 arrests as partiers more or less behaved themselves. How was the party out here?
Oh, it was on. It was
a really nice party.
Even though police are very pleased with how things turned out, there were several incidents where things got out of control, including this souvenir shop across the street from Treasure Island.
We had kind of a melee out in the parking lot where we had a large group of people that tried to rush the store, and our security had to force them out. And it got a little rough. We had to close the store for an hour or so.
A few injuries occurred as well. One man broke his leg after jumping from this waterfall at Caesar's Palace. An estimated 184,000 tourists were in Las Vegas for all the festivities this weekend, and hotels are already taking reservations for New Year's Eve 1995. Steve Krupe, News 13.